Okay. So let's start. So let's just set up and that will give people who might be like a few extra minutes. So again, if you haven't done the class before, if you could grab a block like this or a book or a box, you know, whatever it is, and we're going to use that to sit on after, you know, a few of standing poses. So if you can grab one of those, that would be great. So I'll just leave you a few seconds to grab something if you need to. And when we're ready, we are actually going to start standing up today. If anyone is not on mute, if you could mute yourself, that would be great. So starting just in a simple standing position, feet right under your hips, and just rest the arms alongside the body with the palm of your hands facing forward. So here, we really want to anchor the feet into the ground, pressing the four corners of your feet into the floor. And notice if you have a little lower back bend, that's something I have. If you have that, try to bring the sitting bones down and forward. It's like you're trying to press to bring your bum toward your heels. And finally, maybe drop the shoulders down a little bit more and bring the shoulders slightly back. Crown of head right above your sitting bones. And close your eyes just for a moment. And just notice here how eyes closed. Just notice it's very subtle, but you can maybe, you know, notice how every single muscle of your body try to keep you balanced. So that every single second, every time you're walking or just standing, it's quite amazing how the body can keep itself balanced here. And just take one other inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, open your eyes, interlock the fingers in front of you and flip the palms up to the sky. Take a big inhale, again, anchor the heels into the floor, sitting bones down and forward, reach the hands up, tuck the chin into your throat a little bit. And release your hands alongside the body. And we're going to do that a second time and add a little bit of twist and side bending. So again, interlock fingers, flip the palms up to the sky, big inhale to lengthen, and exhale, twist to the right. Again, inhale, exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. And come back to center. Now bring a slight bend into your knees. Grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Again, inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, side bend onto your right. Look toward the floor. I'm not mirroring you, so I'm doing the same side. So it might look opposite to you. And come back to center. Again, interlock fingers, flip the palms up all the way to the sky. Big inhale. And exhale, twist to the left. Gentle twist to start with. And if you feel that you can go a little bit deeper, just use your breath. So use the exhale to maybe rotate the spine just a little bit. And come back to center. Grab hold of the right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, lengthen the spine, bend the knees a little bit. And exhale, side bend onto your left and look down. And come back to center. Release your arms alongside the body and just reset your standing position. We're going to come into a very gentle fold forward. You're going to interlock your hands and bring them at the base of your head. So having your thumbs right below the occiput, so where the bones of your head starts. And the hands will very gently press into your head. The head will gently press back into your hands. Bring the elbows closer together and very slowly bend your knees and start to slowly fold forward, using your hands to just push the head just a very tiny bit. Slowly making your way down. Bend the knees as much as you need. You can bend the knees a lot. And once you came all the way down, you can release your arms, grab opposite elbows, and from here we're just gonna rock side to side a few times. Drop your head completely, drop the shoulders, let gravity pull you down. And release your arms and make your way onto the floor. So that's when, if you have a block or a book or a box or whatever it is, you can just sit on that block cross-legged. If you do not have anything to sit on, and if it's really uncomfortable to sit cross-legged for a long amount of time, you can also bend the knees and sit on your heels. So choose what's best for you. And here we again are going to do a few arm and upper back movements. Interlock fingers, push the palms of hands forward this time, round the upper back, tuck the chin into your throat. And release. Now interlock fingers behind your back, draw the shoulder blades closer together, shoulders down alongside your spine, open the chest, take a big inhale, stretch the neck forward. And exhale, release. One more time, interlock fingers, push palms of hands forward, really dome the upper back. Drop the chin into your throat. Release, and again, one last time. Arms behind you, interlock fingers, draw the shoulder blades together, open the chest, stretch the neck. And chin to throat, and release. Now we're going to bring a bit more movement into the neck and start stretching the sides of the neck. So just rest your hands onto your lap. Take an inhale, anchor the sitting bones down but crown of head up, and exhale, simply twist your head to the right. So look over the right, you can close your eyes. And here, we're just going to lift the right ear up to the sky. Shoulders are still drawing down, but yeah, your ear tries to face the sky, lengthening the right side of the neck. And gently come back to center, onto the other side. So big inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist your head to the left. Shoulders keep drawing down. And then gently lift the left ear up to the sky, lengthening the left side of the neck, and maybe even a little bit of the left shoulder. And come back to center. Something that we have done in the past that we're going to do again is that nerve lengthening movement that is quite intense, as I mentioned, and as some people have fed back to me. So again, don't overdo it. So we are going to stretch some of the nerves that go from your head into your neck, into your shoulders, arms, all the way up to your fingertips. So bring arms out to the side and just bring index and thumb finger together, kind of making like circles. Keep the other fingers really active. Roll the shoulders in, drop the shoulders down, and draw the arms back. Flex the wrists back. Shoulders keep drawing down. Release index and thumb. Just rotate the shoulders out, open the chest this time, flick the fingers back. Fingers active, maybe draw the arms further back. That one can be really intense. Drop the chin into your throat. And just turn the fingers to face up to the sky. Push into the heel of your hands. That one can be very intense too, but it's really, really good for you. Something to do when you're at your desk and you need like just a 30-second stretch. That's an amazing one to do. And release. Now we're going to sit on the floor and release the outer hips a little bit. So if you were sitting on something, just get rid of that block or that book and come to a cross-legged sit on the floor. Now we want to set up that cross-legged a little bit different than what you would do normally. So the idea is to try, so we're going to bring the left leg on top of the right. So we're trying to align the left shin parallel to the mat. Then the other leg, we're also trying to have it parallel to the mat. Ideally, we want knees, hips, and heels all into a same line. So if you could use your hands to trace a line, heels, knees, and hips will be along that line. So set yourself up. The further forward you're going to bring your legs, the deeper the stretch is going to be. You can either stay here if you're already feeling some stretch. Otherwise, if you want more, start to walk your hands forward. And go gently, only up to where it feels okay. And start to slowly walk your hands back up. Bring the left fingertips a little bit behind you. Raise the right arm up. Take a big inhale to lengthen. And exhale, twist to the left. Release that right arm down. Again, the exhale can help you twist a little bit deeper. And as we did before, lift the left ear up to the sky, lengthening the left side of the neck. Keep the twist. Look over the right shoulder, lifting the right ear up to the sky. And come back to center. Lean back just a little bit, just so you can switch legs. So right shin on top. Again, take a bit of time to set up, trying to have as much as possible hips, knees, and heels aligned. Flex the toes back to your shins a little bit too. And again, you might stay here. You might work with maybe bringing the legs a bit further forward, or you walk your hands forward. Your hands can even gently press the floor away to try and anchor the sitting bones into the floor. So you're doing that action of anchoring the sitting bones down while at the same time reaching crown of head forward. And slowly walk your hands back. onto the twists. Right fingertips a little bit behind you, left arm up, big inhale, lengthen the crown of head up, exhale, twist to the right, and release that top arm down. That left arm can gently press into the thigh to twist a little bit more. And now raise the right ear up to the sky. Keep the twist. Look over the left shoulder, left ear lifted to the sky. And come back to center. Now to finish, before we come back onto a seat and do just a tiny bit of mindfulness, I'd like to bring you a pose that I personally find very, very soothing. So I call it the floating egg. I think it's called egg of the universe. I call it the floating egg because that's just what I feel when I do it. I feel like I'm an egg floating into the universe. So we're going to bring the toes, so bend your knees into the chest, toes rest onto the floor, arms wrapped around your knees. Now, if you can, try to lift the toes off the floor and just find, it can be a bit tricky, but find a point of balance where you don't require to do any effort. You're just, on your bum, on your sitting bones, kind of balancing. If you get there, great. If you have to keep your toes on the floor, it's completely fine. But yeah, if you're floating, stay floating. And here, we're just gonna drop head into the knees. And if you can, close your eyes. Your knees can resist your arms a little bit. So knees push into the arms, arms into the knees, just a little bit, not too much. We don't want tension. But that action can help to really stretch the upper back and help release the neck even more, help the head to drop down. And just stay here for a few breaths. And if everything goes well, you might truly feel like you're floating. And after your next exhale, simply release the feet on the floor, release your arms. Do any type of movement you want to do. And one last time, one last stretch of the neck. Feet are on the floor together, and your arms are going to wrap around your knees. From here, take an inhale, push your knees into your arms, lengthen the spine, open the chest, and stretch the neck forward. And chin to throat. Again, stretch the neck forward, inhale. And chin to throat, exhale. And release. Now, if we're going to sit just for a few minutes to finish, if you do have that block or book, I recommend again that you sit on it cross-legged. If you don't have that, again, you can just bend your knees, sit on your heels. You choose, just find a position that you can hold, without creating tension. So take your time to set yourself up. And once you're seated, really start to feel the weight of the body down. So, feeling the bum anchored into the block or the floor or your heels. But while gravity is pulling you toward the earth, and we want to get that feeling of being anchored, we also want to bring a bit of lightness and a bit of stretch into the spine. So we keep trying to reach the crown of head up to the sky. It's kind of, we're trying to find that balance of being equally pulled down to the earth, but drawn up to the sky. Drop the shoulders down if you feel that they're a bit tense. Consciously bring them down toward your hips. And start to pay attention to your breath. So as we've done in the past, we don't want to control or change the breath in any way. The idea is just to observe what it's doing. And if it's a quiet and calm breath, it's okay. If it's a shadow breath, it's okay. It's all okay. Just observe. And if you have thoughts coming up, one, that's normal. And two, again, try to observe without any judgment, without trying to change those thoughts. Just pay attention. That's it. No effort. As you're focusing on the breath, maybe even visualize the air going through your nose, entering your nose, going all the way down into your throat, and all the way down into at the bottom of the lungs, and then going all the way back up into the opposite direction. So just do a few rounds of that, noticing the journey of the breath. And now bring the attention back to the body, noticing again, bit by bit, noticing parts of your body. So you can start by your legs, then noticing your bum, all that weight, and then going up to noticing the torso, your arms, your hands resting on your lap, the shoulders and neck, noticing your head, and start to pay attention to the sounds around you. They might be inside your home, they might be outside. Just bring your attention back to kind of the physical space around you. And bring your hands to touch in front of your chest. Take a big inhale, raise the arms up to the sky, stretch all the way up to the sky. And exhale, fold forward, release your hands down, release the head. And gently bring yourself back up. And we're done. And we say namaste. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it and that it offered you a little break in your busy day. So yeah, I will be posting the video, so if you want to do that sequence for the next 7 days, you can do that.